Coming to Chaturmas, so this is a very important period which is mentioned in our scriptures. So as we all know that Kshirodakshai Vishnu is always there in the ocean milk, the Kshir Sagar. So it is believed that Lord goes to sleep on the Ekadashi day. And that is why that Ekadashi is called as Shayana Ekadashi. And he awakens from his deep sleep after 4 months, again on the Ekadashi day, which comes in the Kartik month, which is the Dev Utthana Ekadashi. Now, since Lord Vishnu is sleeping, it is mentioned that these 4 months, Shravan, Bhadrapad, Ashwin, Kartik, they are of religious significance because here we also need to take a break. And these are also the months when there is a rainy season going on. Now, when Lord is sleeping, the affairs of the universe are being taken care of by Lord Shiva, who is known to favor the ascetics. And so all the Vaishnavas generally make vows and observe different vratas. And it is said that whether a person is a man or a woman, a young or an old person, whether we are initiated, non-initiated, whether we are devotees or we are about to become devotees, there is no discrimination. So anyone can take up any kind of a vrata that has a significance. And besides the vratas, it is mentioned that in these particular 4 months, 4 items are to be excluded from our meal. So, like the first month, we exclude green leafy vegetables. Then the next month will be exclusion of yogurt, curd. The third month, milk will be excluded. And the fourth month, urad dal will be excluded. Now, there are reasons why we are doing it, because these are all the items which are likely to increase different intensities in the body. And that is why they are to be excluded. Still, Prabhupada, when he was talking about this particular Chaturmas in one of the lectures, he has mentioned that the whole period we have to observe different kinds of vratas, whether one is grihastha or sannyasi. The purpose of these vows is not only to please the Lord, but also to minimize the quantity of sense gratification. And so the whole period of Chaturmas, we should practice giving up all foods intended for sense enjoyment. But there is one special provision that during festivals, that is Balram Purnima, Krishna Janmashtami, Radhashtami, all preparations can be offered to Lord, and the Chaturmasya Vrata of restrictive honoring in above categories does not apply on those time. So the observance of Chaturmas is described in the Karma Kanda of the Vedic scriptures. So we do not follow the Chaturmas Vrat for material benefit, but only for enhancing our devotional service to Krishna. In Karma Kanda section of the Vedas, it is said, Apamam somam amritaha abhumam akshayam bhavai chaturmasya yet nahi sukritam bhavati. Those who perform the 4 months penance become eligible to drink somrasa, to become immortal and happy forever. In the Vedas, it is said that one who observes the Chaturmas Vrat will attain eternal happiness in the heavenly planets, heavenly kingdom. One who performs this word becomes pious, and by becoming pious, we may get promoted to higher planetary system. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that flowery language of the Vedas mostly attracts person who identify with body. For them, such happiness as that of heavenly kingdom is everything. So this Chaturmasya Vrata. But practically, if you see of purpose, the sannyasis, they're actually meant to travel all over the world preaching. But during the 4 months of rainy season, they do not travel. They take shelter in one place and remain there without moving. That non-movement is sometimes called as Chaturmasya Vrata. wherein the sannyasi stays in one place. The local inhabitants of that place take advantage to become spiritually advanced. You have seen how Narad Muni, during such Chaturmasya Vrat, he served the sannyasis, and by their blessings, the next birth he became Narad Muni. So the saintly persons who are accustomed to travel, they usually stay at a holy place of pilgrimage. They utilize the time to read more. It is stated in Skanda Puran that during this period, if someone circumambulates the temple of Vishnu 4 times, it is understood that he has traveled all over the universe. By such circumambulation, it is understood we have seen all the holy places where the Ganga water is flowing. And by following the regulative principles of Chaturmasya, one can very quickly be raised to the platform of devotional service. So there are many different kinds of vratas which can be taken. It could be in the form of fasting, that is, oh, we'll eat only once a day or at a specific time of day, like say at afternoon, or only one type of meal, like say khichdi or only fruits. Or second type of vrata could be the maun vrata, remaining silent. So silence means that we'll not speak for a certain amount of time, maybe for a day, a week, a hour. So according to Padma Puran, taking prasadam each time silently with full concentration, even avoiding usage of phone, etc., is equivalent to observing maun. So in fact, this is mentioned in the Padma Puran. The third could be japa, that we'll do more rounds. So you can say that, okay, we'll do additional rounds of japa. It can be even one additional round. Or maybe spending, say, 1 hour a day for doing kirtan or something like that. Fourthly, it could be charity, danam. Because when we are fasting, we are actually meant to collect whatever we are not eating and donate it at the end of month or 4 months or daily to others. So suppose if you have taken a vrata not to eat rice for for 4 months, then we keep aside daily what we would eat, and then after the Chaturmasya ends, distribute it to Vaishnavas. Cook a feast with it. That is a successful completion of your fast. Another vrata could be anger, krodha. We can vow not to get angry and avoid being affected by krodha, because krodha is one of the gates to hell. Another vrata could be meditation, dhyana, spending some amount of time in meditation on Bhagwan. It can also be that we'll do a certain amount of obeisances to the devotees and the Lord any day or anything else. Basically, what is required that we are taking up something. Because Chaturmas is reserved period of year for penances, austerities, fasting, bathing in holy rivers, and religious observance for all. So the devotees have to spend their time reading religious scriptures, Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. It is auspicious. And especially the Shravan month is very, very auspicious. There are certain do's and don'ts, like we have to avoid eating tamasic food. We have to prefer sattvic food. Preferably, we have to sleep on ground during Chaturmas. There are no auspicious ceremonies done during this Chaturmas like marriage, engagement, mundan, graha pravesh, etc. Many people will consume food only once a day. Worshipping Lord Vishnu during Chaturmas is rewarding. We pray, we offer prayers to Goddess Tulsi and light the diya near Tulsi plant every day. Reading holy scriptures is rewarding, and Lord Vishnu blesses the devotees who perform puja with pure devotion and dedication. We can get involved in religious, spiritual activities. We can visit holy places. We must stay away from bad habits, such as drinking, alcohol, cigarette, gambling. And it is recommended that we should maintain celibacy during this period. This way, we remain pure, Shuddha. And that is something which pleases Lord. And Chaturmas is also a very good month for donating to Vaishnavas or for a good cause. So let us all pray to Lord Lasya Dev that he protects us and helps us to do this Chaturmas Vrat successfully, so that we utilize whatever this time is. And luckily for us this year, there is a Dik Mas. So the Chaturmas in 2023 is going to be quite extending. Like it started off with the Ekadashi on 29 June. So the Chaturmas will end Devuthani Ekadashi, which comes on 23rd November. So this is how we are planning to do Chaturmas. Would request all of you also to take it up and do the vrata. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhu bhayavacha. Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.